This is a video for all business owners, whether you're an agency or coach or whatever it is that you do. I want to give you guys a valuable lesson that helped me make $1 million in 2023. One of the biggest things I learned was my actions today, I see a payoff for in 60 to 90 days. And so if you're checking your Stripe account or you're checking your bank account today and you're like, damn, dude, I don't have that much money, or dang, I could be doing bigger numbers, right? What did you do for the last 60 to 90 days? Did you implement new strategies? Did you launch ads? Did you hire a coach? Did you post more content? This shift made me a whole lot more money because I now was reflecting on the person I was over the last 60 to 90 days. And if I felt like I was in a season of like slacking or just not giving it my all, that reflection is in 90 days. So when you start thinking about life and relationships and business and everything like that, and even goes into your like relationships with your spouse, if I treat my wife amazing today and have date nights today, it's going to lead to a happy marriage, right? The same way I structured my calendar is the same way I structured my marriage. I'm like, all right, I'm taking time off every day to go to the beach for a couple hours. I'm blocking off time to go on a date night every time this day of the week. This reward system of having larger payoffs is everything that you're doing right now. But like thinking bigger and big enough to realize, guys, you're playing a long game. Like this perspective shift was so big for me because I started thinking way longer term. Like everything I'm doing right now, every mentor I hire, every coach I hire, every ad I spend on, right? I don't need to see a payoff today. And you don't either, right? You don't need to see a payoff right now. As long as you see a payoff in 6 months, 3 months, you're going to think yourself that you stuck with it. But if you keep this mentality going and going and going and you start framing your actions this way, guys, you're going to make so much more money in 2024. I see way too many coaches, way too many agency owners hopping in this space, right? They implement one strategy for a couple months and they're like, wow, this isn't working. I'm like, dude, you haven't even tried it out for long enough, right? Or they'll get into a brand new business every couple months with a brand new offer because it's a shiny object, right? But the problem with that is you guys never feel the reward of staying consistent with something for long enough. And that's one of the biggest issues business owners make nowadays is not expanding their time horizon, guys. And so I want you to go into 2024 and think about what you're going to do this quarter, right? The first 3 months, and you're going to see those results in the second 3 months, right? What can you do that 3 months? And just put your head down and grind. Whatever you set in your mind, you do it and you keep doing it because you guys have to understand, time is a factor. Time is a big factor in how everything plays out, right? I could be running ads, I could have a setter, I could be launching a coaching program, I could be running my agency, I could be doing all the right things. And my ego and my mind's like, give me that fast reward. I want to get this payoff right now. But the reality is, guys, if you could realize that that last ingredient is time, and if you could just like zoom out a little bit, you'll have so much more peace in your life because you're like, man, it's going to work out, right? It's all going to work out. It's all going to happen. I'm going to make it happen, but it's going to take a little bit longer than I wanted to. And so if you're young and ambitious, and whether you're not young or ambitious, if you're old and ambitious, it doesn't matter. We all want to see a payoff for the things that we do right now. We live in this society that is like Amazon Prime, fast food, everything's quick. And why do you think most businesses, 90% of businesses fail within the first year? They can't get their mind to grasp a longer time horizon. And so I encourage you guys to start thinking more long-term, start thinking about things in a way of like the payoffs are in 60 to 90 days and staying consistent with it, staying consistent with your coaching business, with your offer, with your agency. That's the only way you're going to win. Guys, the only way to beat out your competitors and actually win at this game is to stay in the game. And so I'm going to leave you off with one last thing, right? My mindset about business for the last couple of years has been this, right? If I keep my head above water, I don't need to have record months, right? If I keep my head above water and I'm just like floating by and I'm just like just making it happen somehow, figure it out, making payroll, investing into ads, investing into coaches, somehow figuring it out, and I'm just right above water, sooner or later, I'm going to take off because you're beating out your competitors, because you're consistent, because the person you become through this process of delaying gratification, learning new skill sets, not beating yourself up when you don't have the record months right off the bat. The person that you become during those times is much more valuable than the Stripe invoices. Because if you were to do it all over again, you could. Keep that in mind, guys. And I just want to leave you off with that. I'm going to be making so much more content in 2024. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you on the next one.